Hello guys, this is DJS and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be looking at the best films of 2017. Yesterday I did the worst and today, well, I'm doing the opposite. So without further ado, let's get into it. By the way, there's a reason why I haven't done TV shows as well. I haven't done the worst TV shows and the best TV shows, and that's simply because I've been catching up a lot on TV shows such as Game of Thrones and The Walking Dead this year, so I haven't been had a lot of time to really watch new ones, you see, so I haven't been looking through the new releases, and I've been focusing on trying to catch up with the old ones before I can get up to to catching up completely. At number 5, it is Kingsman: The Golden Circle. The reason for this is because this film was entertaining and I was very looking forward to it this year. And when it did come out and I did watch it, I wouldn't say I was disappointed, but I think that it went over the top in how it's action film, making it a little bit more too much like a cartoon than an actual film. So I feel that's why it is quite low on this list, even though I did enjoy it. I was happy to see DC return to form in Wonder Woman in 2017. It was a great film that had great role models for just children in general, some great action scenes, and overall just a very entertaining film, much better than Batman vs Superman, and probably, well, I haven't seen it, but probably better than Justice League as well. In third place, it is The Last Jedi. This film does have its problems, and I haven't done a review on it yet, and I will do in the next few days, probably in the new year. But this film is such an interesting film because I was thinking about it for days afterwards, and I think it definitely put a bit of a mark in my head, and I was still talking about it for days after watching it as well. But there are problems with it, and they are quite big, and there's a lot of people who are disappointed with it and are disappointed with certain aspects, but we'll get to that when I actually do the review. At number 2, it is Logan. This film is... Start that again. At number 2, it is Logan. This film was something I was so excited for last year. The trailers dropped and they were so interesting, and they were great. You know, they were just great trailers. They looked great and they made the film look amazing, and that is the job of a trailer. But it caused me to go and read Old Man Logan, and I actually in fact read it twice after buying it. And read it twice before watching this film, and then when it came out on Steelbook in, I want to say June or July, I went and I bought it on Steelbook. So I received so this is the Blu-ray, and then it also has the noir version as well. It all in this steel case. Something that it was the first one that I got, so I was very excited about that as well. But I think that something really good about Logan is not just the violence, not just Hugh Jackman, but the emotion that you feel throughout it is just brilliant, and it's well crafted, masterpiece of it all being sort of weaved together, making this web and making this film so interesting and really showing to Fox that they can make R-rated films, and they're not bad, and people will go and watch them if they're good. Even though all of that has changed recently, because they've bought Marvel. No, Marvel has bought Fox's characters, and therefore Wolverine will be recast in a film soon and will be put into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I think it's quite fitting because Hugh Jackman has been the Wolverine for 17 years. For some people this has been their that, you know, Wolverine's been their favourite character on the big screen because he's been appearing in all the X-Men films for a long time, and you go through the bad patches and the good patches throughout it, and you get to Logan, the last one. You are bound to feel emotional at the end. This brings me to number one, and number one has to be Baby Driver. This film is brilliantly crafted, brilliantly made. There's a lot of effort gone into making this film as well, and I think this film got me into Edgar Wright as well, and his direction of how he makes these films, because, you know, it came with behind the scenes stuff, and I've watched all that behind the scenes stuff, and I like how he's such a great director, because he's looking at all of the aspects and trying to make something that is interesting and visually and interesting to you, so you can relate to it. And this film does all of that. But I think the big selling point for me towards this film was the music being timed to everything that happens in the story. So right at the beginning, you see John Berthenol's character chewing gum, and that is done to the tempo of the music. And the speeding chase at the beginning of this film definitely shows off this this great craft, and this great thing I hope to see in the future when it comes to action films of, you know, crafting the music. I think Guardians of the Galaxy sort of were getting onto that, I suppose, but that was using music from like the 80s and things and crafting that into their own films. This uses music from, you know, all over the place, every single, loads of bands and everything, and merges it into its own action scenes. And you don't have to be a film fan to like this film. You could be a music fan as well. So this film, that film is probably the best that I've seen all year. And I think maybe some of you will agree with me, some of you won't. Please put down in the comments your favourite films this year and your worst films as well. And I will see you soon. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Dear G Studios. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you like, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.